show stealer Alex Shane back with you on FWA Frontier Wrestling. We've already seen the FWA tag team titles change hands as the new breed with a mystery tag team partner. I don't know who it is, and if they know who it is, beating Love Familiar for those belts. And now the Wonder Kid Jonny Storm is about to try and attempt to beat FWA champion the Anarchist Doug Williams, just like I beat Little Guido 2 weeks ago, in case I hadn't mentioned it. And Doug Williams walking to the ring. He has beaten everyone and been a fighting champion. He's beaten the Phoenix Shody Flash. He's beaten Solid Gold Scott Parker, and he's beaten just a few weeks ago Kerry Cabrera. Now can Jonny Storm step up to the plate and try and take that belt off him? I think not. Doug Williams knows he is the champion as he turns to the crowd and tells them, as he turns to the cameraman,
Williams, British heavyweight champ,
and tells us at home as well. Up to the second rope, don't expect many cheers for the Anarchist. You may not like him, ladies and gentlemen, but you have to respect him, the most technically proficient wrestler in British wrestling today, and on top of that, the FWA heavyweight title. As Steve Linsky, our referee, takes the belt, there's no fear of him stealing it unless the belt waist size goes up to a size 58. Jonny Storm, the fan favourite here. He is here in the FWA after just beating, he did a big Scotty Rock in fact, for the new All England Championship. He won that belt, lost it in Germany, but is here to get a shot at the big one. He likes to call himself Style in Action, but ladies and gentlemen, after this, he may be Style in Traction. Hammerlock into a headlock by the Anarchist, back round into a hammerlock, and a sunset flip. Jonny Storm rolls out of it, goes to take a leg, Doug spins out of it. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, what superb wrestling. There were more moves there in the first 10 seconds of that match than there are on most people's honeymoons.
Come on, Jonny!
Jonny getting this crowd into it. He loves to get the crowd into his matches. It's like being at a pantomime. Although he is no Widow Twanky, he is a superb athlete. Oh no, he isn't. Oh yes, he is, as he's going to prove tonight against Doug Williams. The crowd so behind the Wonder Kid. They hate Doug Williams almost as much as they like Jonny Storm. Doug Williams over the top, takes a leg, beautifully done, sends Jonny into the ropes and an elbow to the face. Hits the ropes, Jonny Storm sleeps, Doug off the ropes, comes back, legs around the head, and what a superb move. And he's telling Jonny Storm, this is my ring, son, you have to be in it to win it. Doug Williams proving why he is the FWA champion, proving why he is the man to beat, and proving why I do not believe Jonny Storm can beat him. Once again, Jonny getting the crowd into this. You know, most audiences tire of clapping and cheering for wrestlers, but they never tire of it with Jonny Storm because he's so damn likeable. I hate him, but personally, you gotta love him. A test of strength, and there's no way that Jonny Storm's going to beat this. He can bridge on the back of his neck, but Doug is no small man. Doug Williams has the biggest legs in the FWA and by no means one of the smallest upper bodies. He's the most technically proficient and probably athletically the best wrestler we have here. I wanted to say that I was wrong, but to be honest, he is. He nearly surpasses even me. And a beautiful Mexican-style arm drag, springer off the rope, and a drop toe hold. Doug Williams face to the second turnbuckle, runs at Jonny Storm, and a backdrop over the top. And Jonny Storm proving you may be able to throw me out the ring, but I can do exactly the same thing to you, and I can make it look even better. Jonny Storm can do so many moves in the ring and still remain looking pretty whilst doing it. That really is a talent, ladies and gentlemen, that only myself can live up to. And Doug berating a ginger fan in the front row. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to berate some fan, make it a ginger one. You may think that Doug Williams is a hypocrite, but I've seen him in the flesh, ladies and gentlemen, and he's a strawberry blonde. Jonny slides under, grabs the legs, and Doug Williams straight to the face. The look on the Anarchist's face says it all, and he this is surprising, cowering from Jonny Storm, and no, I thought so. A tactical ploy by the Anarchist, knee to the back of the head of the Wonder Kid, and he's not looking so pretty now. The punishment being absorbed by the Wonder Kid. Jonny Storm often looks like he's someone from a boy band, and just like all boy bands, Doug Williams is trying to break him up. Those big, strong thighs around the neck and the throat area of Jonny Storm. I said Doug Williams has got the biggest legs in the FWA, and Jonny Storm's finding out close as they're suffocating the life out of him. He needs more than just the fans to get him out of this. He needs a chainsaw and an army. And a headlock, Jonny Storm does power him out. He's right, I'm wrong, I'm going home. Okay, maybe not, because Doug Williams is back. I'll stay just for you people at home. Mark Priest is still locked in the boot of my car. To untie him and bring him back up here would be a waste of my time. So I'll just stay with you till the end of the show. Why? Because I'm Alex Shane, and there's two things everyone can do about it. That's nothing unlike it. With a boot to the back from Doug Williams, I'm feeling better already. Jonny Storm is just being broken in half here. He's snap, crackling and popping. Ladies and gentlemen, he should be selling breakfast cereal, not wrestling matches.
Come on, referee.
1, 2, a bit of a nonchalant cover from the anarchist Doug Williams. Although he hooked a leg, he didn't put too much of his weight on Jonny Storm, and there's no way that Jonny Storm is going down like that. Punch, punch, a third punch straight to the face. Doug sent off the ropes, reverses it, and down with a clothesline. There's one way to take a big man down, it's with a hard clothesline. To take a little man down, it's got to hurt even more, because Doug's arms are like tree trunks. Look at Doug Williams, not just putting that arm around the throat, putting it on the nose of Jonny Storm. He's trying to mess that pretty face. I feel sorry for Doug Williams being that close to Jonny Storm's greasy hair. But never mind, this is wrestling, it is not a fashion show. And using that hair to his advantage. Jonny Storm, that hair may be good for impressing the ladies, it may be good for frying chips in, but it's no good for professional wrestling.
Come on!
Jonny Storm trying to get the crowd behind him, and it's Panto season all over again. Jonny Storm used to be the hind legs of a donkey, now he's fighting the FWA heavyweight champion. Dreams can come true. Off the ropes, ducks a clothesline, comes back. Oh, and my God, not a 180, a 360 spinning. Oh my God, a flying head scissors round. I've never seen anything like that. Hits the ropes and down, ladies and gentlemen. Just as Jonny Storm was coming back, I thought the tide was turning. Doug Williams proved me wrong, proving why he is the man to beat, proving why he is the anarchist, and proving why he is the FWA champion. Boot straight to the face. Doug's not going to like that. And returns the favour with a boot straight to the face of Jonny Storm. He'll like that even less. And now Williams setting up for, is it going to be the Williams rolling leg lock? I can see it. There we go. One. Is he going to spin round? Patented. Rolls over. Go for it, Doug. And again. Doug Williams stretching that hamstring out like it's a rubber band. And it certainly looks like one now. Jonny Storm meets it. And he does reach the ropes. That's the only way he was going to get out of that. Doug Williams, pressure on the hamstring, pulling on the back of the neck, making it hurt even more. Jonny will not be walking tomorrow, I can tell you. Jonny Storm in a great line of little wrestlers. The smaller guys that can fly. The likes of him, Jody Flash, Paul Travell, even Little Guido. By the way, I beat Little Guido a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if anybody knows it, but I did. It was good. And Jonny Storm throws over and super rewind home from one of the move he beat Scotty Rock with. 2, and Doug Williams. The crowd thought he had it there. That was the move he won the All England Championship with, and Doug Williams managing to kick out. I can't believe it. And the momentum is turned, and Jonny Storm is on a roll and on the top rope where he is most dangerous as he jumps off down across Doug Williams. 1, 2, and throw! Doug kicking out. The audience there can't believe that and applauding Doug's kick out or Jonny's move. I can't tell, but I think they should applaud both. Jonny goes up again. Doug catches him. What we're going to see here, hoists him up, and oh, a sit-down powerbomb. Jonny Storm, good night, and 3. Jonny Storm. Doug Williams cannot even believe he kicked out of that. Jonny Storm is showing that he's more than just a boy band member. He's more than just a high flyer. He is one tough little customer. And that greasy hair coming into play. Watch you don't slip, Doug. I'd need tetanus after touching that stuff. But Doug fighting back, comes and a gorilla press showing his superior strength. And he likes it. He's smiling, but not so much now. Jonny goes behind, sends him into the ropes with a roll up. Could this be an upset? 1, 2, and whoa, 2.5 there. Half a count away from having a new champion. And that super kick to the face. That could be all. 1, 2. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, that was a fraction, not of an inch, of a centimetre away from having a new FWA champion in the Wonder Kid Jonny Storm, and I, for one, cannot believe it. Into the corner, boot to the face, and Doug Williams over the top, runs to the other corner. Jonny follows him in, over the top again, ducks a clothesline, Oh, and the Revolution DDT, that has got to be all, ladies and gentlemen. That's the move Doug's beaten everyone with. Jody Flash, Scott Parker, Kerry Cabrera, and Jonny Storm. You put up a hell of a fight, nothing to be ashamed of, but it's all over. 1, 2, and 3, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot believe what I am seeing. Jonny Storm kicked out of the Revolution DDT. That is incredible. The only man in the FWA to kick out of that move, and I, for one, cannot believe it. The audience now, what more does Doug have to do? This must frustrate Doug. Doug must be running short on ideas. He's thrown everything, including the kitchen sink at Jonny Storm. Doug's got a smile on his face, but it must be plastic as he goes to the top rope, and Jonny moves, and this could be the upset and the mistake Jonny was looking for. Are we going to see a new champion? A clothesline down. Jonny capitalises on it. He's going to the top rope. He goes up there. Could this be it? Moonsault. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have a new champion. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Doug Williams holding onto that title by the skin of his teeth, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe it. That was a centimetre from the canvas. Jonny goes to the top again, lands on his feet. Doug grabs him, waist him, sends him into the corner, rolls back, and a German suplex. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 and 3. What a match we've seen. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't like wrestling, if you don't respect wrestlers, watch that match one more time without your hands over your eyes, because that was incredible. I've never seen an athletic display like that in my life, and that proves what that FWA title means. Men are willing to kill themselves to win that piece of gold, and rightfully so, because they are the top wrestlers in Britain, and you've just seen the best performing at their best right here on FWA TV as Doug Williams wins that title. He may be the winner, but he does not look like a winner right now as he struggles to get to his feet. Jonny Storm showing that he is the man, even more so, I hate to say it, than Alex Shane right now, because he put up a hell of a fight that no one thought he could. Doug Williams slides out that ring. Ladies and gentlemen, Jonny Storm, you have to give it to him. He may not have won, but what he has won is the hearts of the fans here in the FWA. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for being here and listening to the show stealer Alex Shane, and you should want to thank me because I am the show stealer. Will you see you soon on FWA TV?